Hi, this is Winn Claybaugh. Welcome to my Best of Masters weekly audio blog for AmericanSalon.com. Next up is one of my favorite clips from the last 20 years of inspiring interviews from Masters Audio Club. So tell us about Wigs for Kids, which you've had for how many years now?
We're in our 9th year.
Okay.
And I founded the program actually through the Look Good, Feel Better program is how it was brought to my attention. I have had the honor and privilege of serving adult patients for the last 23 years. I volunteer for that program, and I still do that. Mm-hmm. And I always say in my real life, I work behind a chair and own a salon. That's what I do. And this was my volunteer work and my way of giving back. And I had a 16-year-old girl come to my class who was going through cancer, and I thought she was there to support her mother, but actually her mother was there to support her.
Wow.
Because there was no place for this young girl to go and get a wig. And at the end of the class, when I asked, are there any questions, she said yes, and she pulled this wig out and threw it on the table and said, what do you do when you're a kid and you need a wig? And somebody had given this wig to her, and it wasn't that she was ungrateful. She was angry because they don't want to be sick. They don't want to be going through this, of course. And I looked at it and thought, wow, I don't know, because it was not something that a young girl would like to wear, would be comfortable in. And I said, here's my card. Why don't you call me at my salon and let me see what I can do. Now, I don't own a wig salon. I did not sell wigs. I have worked with patients to help them, but that was my volunteer work. And I had many of them bring their wigs to me, and I would cut them and fit them and help them. But that wasn't the business I was in. And I thought, well, maybe I can help this girl. She's 16 years old. Maybe she could wear like an adult. They have some really nice synthetic medical wigs available, and maybe I could get her one and help this child. And that's when it first came to realization for me that there was no program for children. And so I decided to help her, and I did. So I thought to myself, there was a gentleman in my chair when I took her call, and I had helped his wife with a wig. And when he got up to pay for his haircut, he said, how much did my wife pay for her wig? And I said, I don't remember. It was between $300 or $400. And he wrote the check for his haircut plus $400 to pay for this child's wig.
Wow.
Okay? And I said to myself, oh my God, if there's one person out there that will do that, there's got to be others that will help these kids. And maybe we can help a few kids. Maybe we can make a difference. But when I had no idea. I really had no idea how many children there were out there. There are 12,500 newly diagnosed cases of kids with cancer every year in the United States alone.
Oh, my God.
And I thought to myself, oh, my God, I could never do that. So why don't I just start with the kids in Michigan?
Right.
Maybe I could just help a few kids here in Michigan. Even though I'm in business and I have a degree in business, I said, the nonprofit and the for-profit world are two completely different animals. The laws, the rules.
Yes, they are.
Completely different.
And there's a lot of similarities,
yes.
I think for-profit could certainly learn how to run a better business to save money and make money, even though it's not for-profit, and vice versa. The for-profit community could learn about how to give back and
there you go.
to their communities that financially support them, right?
That's true.
You said maybe there wasn't a national program, but you wanted to start. You said, well, I can start here in Michigan. And I think that's a great message because a lot of people think, gosh, I really want to jump on a plane and go feed starving kids in Africa. I'm like, but there's starving kids down the street.
There you go.
Start in your own backyard.
Absolutely. Start with your own. And I had been sending hair to Locks of Love for about 15 years through my salon. So I thought, well, I'm going to call them and ask them what would they recommend. And so I did, and I said, where in Michigan could we send our kids to get a wig? And they said, really, Maggie, there is no place. And I said, why is that? And they said, well, because one, they're labor intensive, they're cost prohibitive, and the children either recover or expire.
Wow.
And I went, really? Okay. And I hung the phone up, and I looked at my husband, and I said, something is wrong with this picture. I said, well, I own a salon. I'm certified and accredited to work with patients. Maybe we could help a few kids. And that's how it started.